Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR HALACHA. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it is for Tuesday, 26th day of May, third day of Sivan. Now, today, honestly, I'm not going to be doing a halacha with you as we draw so close to the holiday of Shavuos. I have DVAR Torah that I want to say to you. It's a question I'm very fond of that I want to tell you here now, and it is this. You know, if I were to ask you what's the date of Pesach, everybody would just say, well, it's written in the Torah. God tells us it's the 15th of Nisan. When Sukkot, and God tells us it's the 15th of Tishrei. What's interesting is that when the holiday of Shavuos comes, we kind of know what the date is, but God in the Torah never announces to us when is the date of Shavuos. All he says is that you will begin the counting of the Omer, you will count for 49 days, and then on the 50th day, presto, it's Shavuos. Now that's so unusual. That does not happen to us with the other holidays, if I call them that. All of a sudden, with the holiday of Shavuos, Hashem says, I'm not telling you what the date is. When you study the Gemaras and you learn all the Midrashim, you're going to find out about Vav Sivan and Zayin Sivan and all those things. But none of that's written in the Torah. It just says, kind of mysteriously, count 50 days from the second day of Pesach. And on the 50th day, count 49. And on the 50th day, that's Shavuos. So why did God do that to us? That's so interesting and so unusual. And my favorite answer to this question is a beautiful thought unto itself, and it is this. I'm going to go off track here for a moment and just tell you something that's a pet peeve of mine. You know how here in the Western world we have Mother's Day and Father's Day, and we have a special day on the calendar when we pay attention to mom, and we have a special day on the calendar when we pay attention to dad. And that's not really, I don't think, what our Torah intended. What our Torah intended for us is that it's 10 commandments. You respect your father and your mother. And you know when you do that 24/7 all the time. And we don't pin it down to any particular day. So when they ask you, hey, did, you Frummies, do you celebrate Mother's Day? What I like to answer is, oh, you better believe we do. And they say, what day's Mother's Day for you guys? And I say, 24/7, 365 days a year. That's when Mother's Day is. That's when Father's Day is. So you know where I'm going with this. It's the same thing with Torah. When it came to the acceptance of Torah, where God said to us, "V'hagisa bo yomim v'layla," you should delve into it day and night, day and night, day and night. God did not pin a date on that particular holiday. It is true that we came out of Mitzrayim on the 15th of Nisan and we mark that date. That's when it happened. It is true, by the way, that we got the Torah in Sivan on a certain date. But God says, we're talking about the learning of Torah here, the acceptance of Torah. That's 24/7, 365 days a year. On the lunar calendar, it's 354 or 5, But basically, every single day of the year, when you're involved in Torah, and it's not pinned to any date that's ascribed, like this is the Mother's Day of Torah. It is true that people are going to stay up all night if they want to. It is Kabbalah Satorah Day, but God's not going to pin it to a date because 24/7, every single day of the year, v'hagisa bo yomim v'layla, you're involved in your involvement in Torah all day long, all year long, every single day of the year. And so that's a possible explanation. There are many other speeches said on this matter, but that's one possible way of looking at it as to why God doesn't pin down the date right out in print, like this is the day that I gave the Torah to the Jews, because it's every day. It's every single day that we accept God's Torah. And so it's just kind of hung there as he'll count 49 days. When you get to the 50th and you're at that level of accepting the Torah, that's the day. But it's not pinned to a date. Just like our Mother's Day and Father's Day is not pinned to a date. It's every day of the entire year. Don't get me wrong here, anybody who's listening. Do we respect Mother's Day and Father's Day? Yes, we do. But if you ask us when it is, it's every day of the year. When is the acceptance of Torah? When are we fully involved in Torah? Every day of the year. Thanks for listening. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye.